everyone, it's Erika from Trader Babes. So, how many times have you been in a trade and not known what the hell to do after? Have you ever felt like everyone else around you gets this, but you? Do you ever feel like there is so much noise and so much information coming at you from all different directions and you're just lost? Have you ever felt like a failure? Well, me too. Not only have I made so many of these mistakes, but I've had the unique opportunity to speak to and interview some amazing traders. And I am here to tell you that you are not alone, because every trader has been there. And every successful trader has shared commonalities in their process and the important core foundation to their trading that made them successful and keeps them successful. So while everyone is different, there are definitely some shared traits that I wanted to share with you, because oftentimes we can be our toughest critic and our worst enemy. And there's so much different information. It can be hard to put all together. But you can help avoid some of these mistakes and help propel yourself further with a strong foundation to build from, no matter what kind of trader you are, no matter what you are trading. And that's what's great about what I'm going to share with you, is it doesn't matter. It can apply to everyone. I'm going to talk to you about how important it is to have a routine, a pre-trading process, trading rules, mentality tricks, a trading plan, journaling, and evaluation. First, you want to make sure you're starting your day off right. A lot of traders tell me that before they even sit down to the computer, they will do yoga or some other form of exercise or listen to music. Anything to make sure that they are in a calm, focused state of mind, ready to tackle the trading day. And they also know if their day is going to be full of distractions, that it's better to not even trade that day, because those distractions are going to cause them to get flustered and end up making mindless mistakes. Next, having a pre-trading plan. This is before you enter a trade. Remember, every time that you have a plan listed out, you are doing the work beforehand, so your mind has less work and less things to remember when you're trying to trade. Your pre-trading plan, let's say pre-market, you're going through, you're looking at different stocks and what's moving that day. You want to create a watch list. You want to do your technical analysis, which includes mapping out your levels and planning out your entries, exits, and stops. And then you also want to create price alerts. We can't be concentrating on what 10 different tickers are doing on the chart at once. Create price alerts around the areas you wanted to enter, which has already been planned out, so that way you can be alerted during the day of what needs your attention next. Next, we're going to talk about our trading rules. Having a list, a set of rules, is different from person to person, but it is so important when trying to learn and trying to stay disciplined. A lot of traders will just tape it to the side of their screens to make sure that they can see it throughout the day, that constant reminder. Your trading rules will differ, but you want it to include something like no FOMO, no chasing, having some criteria listed. Why are you trading something? The maximum loss you're willing to take per day. Having that constant reminder helps you not to break your own rules, which we are all guilty of doing. At least I am. Now, let's talk about some of the little tricks that I've learned that I really love, and I hope that they will help you too. First, only trade what you're willing to lose. Never, ever trade with more money than you're okay with losing. A trick that quite a few traders have shared with me is that they would consciously identify the amount of money that they are putting into a trade, and they would consider it gone before even entering. So they're looking at the trade from a loss perspective instead of a winning perspective. Not only does this help you to manage your expectations, it's helping you to forego the additional feeling of loss should the trade go against you. Now, speaking of adjusting our perspective, I know that this is going to sound cliche, but if you adjust your mindset, it can have a huge impact. So in addition to looking at trades from a loss perspective, consider looking at your losses and your mistakes as opportunities rather than something that continuously knocks you down. Because when you look back at life and in trading, you will see that some of the most important lessons learned were those that were hardest to learn, those that really kicked our ass. Next, know when to take a break. The most time-tested, time-proven traders know that every single trader has losses. I have personally seen traders lose mind-dropping amounts. They would take incredible hits. But you know the difference between what keeps them going and everyone else who has given up by now? They know when it is time to get up and walk away. They know that when emotion starts to trickle in, it's time to walk away. Not that every loss you have to get up and quit, not at all. But once you start noticing your emotions beginning, that's when you walk away. So go do anything to get your mind off of trading. Take yourself out of the stressful situation. Let yourself reset. It is essential to be able to come back and assess properly. And also know that this has happened to everyone. Like I said at the beginning of this video, and I have spoken to so many traders, and I am going to tell you that there is no guarantee in trading. It is a business of probability. And you want to be on the side of more wins versus losses. But losses are still going to happen. If there was a 100% method to trading success, then we would all have it and there probably wouldn't be a stock market left. But know that this is a brutal learning curve, and I have not interviewed a single trader that didn't take massive hits in the beginning. Most of them blew up multiple accounts figuring it out. So just know that everyone goes through it, and it's just part of the process of who can tough it out. And don't be afraid to talk to each other. Chances are there's a whole bunch of others who are feeling the same way that you are. Next, let's talk about looking at money from percentages instead of dollar signs. Looking at numbers as percentages rather than dollar signs can help you to detach that natural emotional connection that we have as humans. And emotion is the account killer. Revenge trading is the account killer. So don't be monitoring your P&L during the day and try to look at numbers as numbers. This is just one of the tricks that has helped a lot of the traders detach themselves from money. Now, also, it is so important that you are taking care of yourself all around. So take time to exercise. We are sitting at our computers for so long during the day, slumped over. Do some posture stretches. Whatever kind of exercise you like to do, make sure you're taking time to take care of yourself all around. The healthier you are all around, the less work your body, your mind has to do to keep you going. So take care of yourself. Take time to exercise. Let's talk about our training plan. You want to have a concrete plan. Now, this varies from person to person, but generally you want it to include the percentage of your account per trade that you are willing to risk, your max loss per day, your various strategies of where you like to enter and exit. Again, this is personal and customizable, so you'll probably end up tinkering with it quite a bit until you get one that works best for you. Just make sure you have it written down. Again, less you have to think of in the moment. Now, let's talk about journaling. How important is it? Extremely. Having a trading journal, again, is personal. However, it is critical for adjustments and self-evaluation. While everyone is different, you want to make sure that your journal entries include where you entered and exited, the outcome, and the reasoning for entering. You could also include side notes, patterns, different things that you want to be able to review later on. Now, personally, I use a personal Discord to do this. I really like it because I can upload screenshots of the charts and it's searchable. So I can quite easily see what a ticker has done in the past and how I've traded it before. Next is probably the harder part, which is self-evaluation. Take a look at yourself when you're reviewing your trades and ask yourself, what are your bad habits? Where are the weak spots in your trading? It's important to know these because it's important to know what not to do. But even more importantly, what are your strengths? Repeat what you are finding you have a knack for. Higher probability strategies should get much more of your attention than lower probability ones. Again, this is a business of probability, wins outweighing losses. So focus on what you are good at and continuously improving it. Stick to what works. And lastly, ask yourself, what kind of trader do you want to be? What kind of trader are you? What kind of trading style is suited to your lifestyle? Are you more of a day trader, a swing trader? Whatever it is, you don't have to learn how to be all these different traders at once. Mastering a singular style with a few simple, basic, replicable strategies is so much better than being mediocre at a giant basket full of stuff. So focus on what works. Keep it simple. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a little bit of patience. This is hard to learn, but everyone has been there, and we who have all been there probably have some good tips to give you. Try to quiet out the noise. Don't forget to have a good routine. You want to have your pre-trading plans, your list of rules, different mentality tricks, whatever works for you. Try out different things, even if it feels silly. Have your trading plan. Make sure you're journaling, make sure you're going back and reviewing it and evaluating yourself. And don't worry, it gets better as time goes on. But we still make mistakes. We're still making mistakes. At least I am. But knowing how to manage it and still having that foundation to fall back on makes a huge difference in how I'm feeling and how quickly I bounce back from slumps. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video and our other videos, please remember to subscribe and like, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter @TraderBabes. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Want more Trader Babes? Subscribe now and connect with us on social media for exclusive content and access you won't find anywhere else. And we'll see you right here on the